Hi y'all, Audrey with wormbucket.com here. I have with me today our guest of honor, the Worm Bucket. I'm gonna do an unboxing video for you today so that you can learn and see what's inside this kit. Let's go ahead by grabbing our kitchen scissors here, but make sure that you're careful. This is probably the most dangerous part of all. So anyway, let's dive in. Oh, but before I do, one thing I want to mention is our packaging. So as you'll notice, our tape, our stamps, even the box itself, we've designed all of our packaging to be completely compostable. So don't throw anything away. We're gonna have you using the box during the setup process, as well as feeding the rest of the packing materials to your worms for dinner. So I've just opened the box and here is what you're going to find. So let me get it out here. It comes out very easily from the package. Another reminder, don't get rid of your shipping box. We'll be using that during the setup. So now what you've all been waiting for. You're gonna notice on the front of the bucket, there's this pull tab right here. In order to get inside, we are gonna have to pull that off. So you're welcome to do that now. If you're having any kind of difficulty, you can use, again, that pair of kitchen scissors and give it a little cut to make it come off a little bit easier for you. Perfect. Can be a little tough on the corners there, but we're good. Alrighty, so now we're gonna open our bucket here. First, let me tell you about the bucket itself. So the worm bucket, as you'll notice, is comprised of two different buckets, the yellow one and the green, color coordinated to make it as easy as possible for you. So the yellow bucket is actually going to be where the worms live and do their work. And then you also have the green bucket, which you'll notice this front hole. This is actually going to be where your spigot goes in. Green bucket is actually two purposes. So catches everything while we're waiting for the worms to create those beautiful castings. You can also take it out and use the green bucket perfectly to create our worm teeth. So now that you understand the two different buckets, we'll go on to the components that are inside. The great thing about the worm bucket is this is a kit. It comes with everything that you're gonna need, except for the worms. Those are sold separately. Start with the perlite here. So perlite is actually a volcanic glass. And what we do with this is we create a bottom drainage layer in the very bottom of the yellow worm bucket. And that's going to help regulate any humidity that's in our worm bucket. And then we're going to add our worm bedding. So there's plenty of different options that you can use for a variety of different worm beddings. But what we chose to include in our kit is going to be coco coir. Coco coir is actually made out of the coconut husk and is fully organic. This is great because it comes to you in a dehydrated brick, so very hard. But what you're gonna do is submerge it in water, about a half a bucket full of water. And that's really going to bring this coco coir to life. It's gonna get it moist, it's gonna get it fluffy, like wonderful soil. Again, we're creating that happy home for our worms. Just to make sure that you have all the resources you need, we've also included the worm bucket setup guide. So you have the instructions right there in front of you, everything that tells you how to assemble the bucket, what order to put the minerals in, also how to use your shipping box that we talked about to make sure you minimize the mess during your setup process. All of that is going to be included in your setup guide here, as well as step 2, which we didn't talk about, is actually when you're ready to add your worms to your worm farm. Again, you're going to have to purchase those worms from one of our recommended vendors. We do have a list that you can access on our website, wormbucket.com, with all of those recommended sourcers. So again, all of that's going to be included with your setup guide, and we do have a Happy Worms feeding guide for you as well. This is going to be everything that you need to do and know about sustaining your worm farming hobby. So we talk about worm juice, we talk about temperatures, we talk about what to feed them and what not to feed them. In fact, I really like this. Just hang it right there on your refrigerator. That's it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, happy composting.